All right, here is our owl pellet that we are going to dissect today. And just so you're aware, an owl pellet is what has been regurgitated out of an owl because owls eat their food whole. So they eat it whole, and this is what's left in their stomach that does not get digested. So when you start digging into an owl pellet, you'll notice that there are bones. Hopefully I don't break the bones. And once you're able to get in there and start pulling it apart, you will see all sorts of bones. That's where my handy dandy little tweezers comes into play. So what you'll find in here is feathers, feet, little bones of mice, things that were not able to be digested by the owl. Some things you want to remember about the owl is they are nocturnal, which means they hunt mainly at night. Also, that their eyes do not move, so their head moves basically all the way around. Not quite 360 degrees, but pretty close. And they eat their prey whole. So the bones that you are seeing here are a lot of the teeth bones from smaller animals. And maybe some bigger pieces of a leg bone or something. And I say big, even though these critters that they eat are really pretty small. You're talking mice, rats, maybe a baby rabbit, maybe a vole, which we've had in our front yard at my house this year. So I'm hoping that I had an owl in my yard someplace, but these are just feathers and fur from animals. But everywhere you look, there are little bones in this entire pellet. And is it gross? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of gross until you just start digging. And then once you start finding the bones, it actually becomes more cool than gross. It's even more fun when you find bigger bones and you can start identifying possibly what the animal was that the owl ate. I don't know if I'll have time in this video to be able to identify a specific animal, but when I see teeth and bones that are kind of shredded like this, it means the owl was just about able to digest it, but then it was unable to, and it got left to be digested outside of the stomach. So as you can see, even though this started off as just a little pellet, there are literally hundreds of little bones in here. I don't know if you can hear the clicking on my little whiteboard that I have here, but everything I drop has a little bone attached to it. And if you think of the size of the bones in a rat or a mouse, their leg bones, their jaw bones, their skulls. A lot of what I have here are, I think that's an entire skull of something, possibly a baby bird. I don't like when I break it because it's a big skull bone of something with its two front teeth. So there's a good little skull of something. Okay, so as you can see from all of these little bones right here, these are like leg bones, arm bones, all sorts of bones from different animals. Mainly small animals that the owl has eaten. And again, the owl does not necessarily chew up its food. It swallows its food whole, and whatever it cannot digest, it regurgitates. So this little pellet turned into all of this mess, and it's about as big as a whiteboard here. And there is a lot more to dissect, but I think you get the understanding of all the bones and stuff that are not digestible by the owl, that it regurgitates, and allows people to collect these pellets and determine what is being eaten by the owls. Hopefully this helped, and that's your science video for today. Mr. Olson signing out.